Hello, my name is Shuttley and welcome back for another episode of Curtain Steel in Supreme Rule Ultimate. In previous episode, we had our submarines basically just set a camp in here. What we're going to do is we're going to move in this group forward. And then what we're going to do with this group is I think we're going to start going around the Turkish waters in here. We could maybe start utilizing... Let's move them over here first. Just a little bit out of the way. And also, one thing that I really had neglected to do, but I should do, is I should start sending some spies in here. Now, I don't remember exactly how do I send them. It's been a while. Right, let's do a recon mission over there. And then maybe we'll do a recon mission over here somewhere. Did it actually send them? I believe it did. Oh yeah, okay, so we can see that there's some troops in Dunkirk, there's a lot of garrisons in here. So if we want to do a landing, we'll probably need to land right there. And then just immediately destroy any defenders in there. So it's going to have to be like at least 7 tanks or something like that. Or something that is very good at the urban combat. And we did see that the tanks that we have, we're fairly good at urban combat, more or less. Not necessarily the best, mind you, but good enough. Oh, and unemployment has dropped to 3.9%. Okay, so we might be able to start increasing the productions again. Especially in terms of like electricity and such, we definitely need to do that. So let's go ahead and assign yet another one of the electric or coal power plant productions in here. Not gonna send in. Oh, right, we got some infantry in here. So let's start spreading these, I suppose, into their respective sites. Well, you know what, we'll just send them in there. So we'll construct some of the things faster. Should have a decent population increase by now, so that's going to be good. Oh, there's a lot of planes flying about here. So they've got so many planes that they don't know what to do with them. And did our submarines actually ever get all the way through, or did they turn about and go back here? Yeah, they just turned about and went back here. Alright, I don't suppose we got sea transit? No. NATO alliance sphere of influence from NATO leaning, alright. Argentina is now part of NATO. Well, as you do. They were already aligned towards them, I suppose, so it's no real surprise. Alright, so we're now sinking more ships on the approach there. What I'm going to do is I can move in here. It's a little bit surely start, especially, is there supplies in here? There's just a tiny bit of supplies in here. But if I was to have my submarines, for example, over here, now they might send their troops through Greece, so it might not be all that useful for us. Another thing that ooh, hold on a minute. I wonder if they have fleets going through Suez. Because if they do, we could just park the stuff there. Oh, hold on a minute. There's some French troops in Greece here. And there's a British submarine over there. Does that Artemis actually have a longer range firing? No, it's the same range, but it's got much higher damage. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and have a look at the Suez Canal. It wouldn't hurt. And that is an area that we could utilize for, or as a base within the Mediterranean, so that's good. And these guys are sailing through here. I wonder, is Turkey needing something? If we could slowly start turning them to our side. They need rubber. They could use a bit of petroleum. So let's sell them... do something like that. So it's about 20,000. It's just the increments over there are so massive. It doesn't really help. Oh, hello. There we go. So these are going to start getting some experience now. Which is exactly what I was hoping for. We can move them forward a little bit. So the enemies will have to sail a little bit less to meet my ships. Now let's have a look at the treaty integrity. That's 47.5. Oh, wow. When did it go up that much? Not that I'm complaining, mind you, but yeah, that's quite an increase. Let's have a look at the... do we still have... No. Okay, so... they're still disapproving of me, but the subsidiary rate is now 10.6%, and Argentina is indifferent. Everyone else is delighted. Or the world market is delighted towards. And the game just decided to remind me of the world markets. Oh, right, there's Palestine. Oh, right. So are those... Yeah, the colonies of these two nations. Alright. I wonder, Egypt is only leaning. Is there something that I could sell you? Coal. Don't know how much you need. I'll sell you that. So slowly but surely, if we can start reducing the amount of nations that are in NATO, that'd be brilliant. Now, if of course, it's a lot easier said than done. The Black Sea is safe. So I suppose what I could start doing is taking a lot of these troops over here that are not really needed in the south anymore, and start sending them towards Leningrad. Start preparing some troops for the inevitable assault of France. I say inevitable, but it's probably not. So we got, oh yeah, we got 2 whiskies over there. We got our capital ship, and we did start selling coal to Egypt. Excellent. Fiber optics isn't particularly far away either now. Have we unlocked any new submarines? No. Still no carrier techs. I'm pretty sure if we have a look at the carriers, we have no carrier... Yeah, we have no carrier techs whatsoever. Or, well, carrier designs available right now. Oh, hey, we're rank 1 on the knowledge index now. Oddly enough. But I'll take it. The big question is, if we are going to do a naval landing in here, there's going to be a lot of French planes that we need to sort of push back. I don't know how easy that's going to be. Ooh, they got uranium mines there. How about... Oh, right, okay. Espionage missions are going to be rather expensive, but we'll start sending some of the recon maybe over there. And another one over here somewhere. Just to have a bit of a better idea of what sort of troops we are going to have to fight in here. And that's just regular infantry in here, and there is no fortifications on the German border anymore. Or the Franco-German border. They've got a lot of naval production there. And we're going to see so many planes moving about here. What are these planes anyway? There's quite a bit of various things. There's a lot of patrol boats. Okay, so what? Or patrol planes rather, not boats. We don't have any... Well, speaking of patrol boats, we don't have any in there. I wonder if we got... No, we got only 1 naval production here. We got 2 transports, though. Let's start bringing those in. Don't suppose... Oh, did we get... Oh yeah, one of the coal power plants is completed now. How's the unemployment looking like? 3.9% still. And the power production is still about 50,000 short. How's the coal production? We're still buying a lot from our colonies, to be fair, so we don't need to worry about that too much. Oh, and Poland's buying some consumer goods. Alright. It seems to me like we got some troops moving north, which is the ones that I sent up north from Rostov, of course. Got some combat engineers in here that could do things. I'm not entirely sure if we are going to be doing much, but I'll just keep them in Voronezh, I suppose. We build that one hydro plant in there, but the hydro plants are quite expensive to build. So definitely not the most efficient way of getting electricity. Yeah, if we get another coal power plant here soon, that'd be nice. The industrial goods, we are going to need more of those as well. But right now, maybe the electricity is more important. And once we meet that demand, we get a bit of industrial goods and then consumer goods. Military goods we still produce way too much. So I'm not too worried about, although we could make a bit of profit from the sales now. The markup isn't much though. Okay, sounds like we sank something over here, yeah. There's another one. I don't think we've actually seen anyone in here yet. Let's sail into the straits right now, because we got the permission to be in there. We get supplies in the Suez Canal. So we can, you know, just sit in there for a while. I don't think we've actually sank anything over here either. Moving a little bit forward. What I'm sort of hoping is... Oh, right. So Vietnam isn't fighting a war anymore. Is there something that they need? I mean, rubber. They don't really have an industry. Do they need... they don't need that much metal, or... They could use power. And a lot of consumer and industrial goods. Alright, so that's not particularly impressive from me. We should have more submarines in Vladivostok, though. Yeah, we got another one. How much things are we producing in here, actually? Oh, right. Some of these are not being deployed. The patrol or anti-sub patrol boats will probably leave it in there. Let's have a look at what sort of ships do we have as a reserve in here, though. Apparently a lot of patrol boats. Oh, there are some capital ships as well. Get some escorts out. Do we have any more submarines in here? No, not that I can see. This is the transports and patrol boats. Okay. That's a decent fleet. And then we'll have another two just guarding the port for now. Hold on, that sounds like a... Okay, there's something over there, and it sounds like there might be something elsewhere going on. It's not in Korea, is it? No. Oh, there you are. Okay, that patrol boat should probably go to be repaired. Get these submarines in here, so they are sending some stuff through here. Didn't lose anything. And Sweden's still buying petroleum and all that, okay. Right, the fiber optics, it's going to be done very shortly, but it's not going to unlock anything new directly. It's just going to be another prerequisite tech that we need to research. And then transistor-based computers, that's going to unlock a lot of things. Including satellites. Ooh. That's something that we're trying to research. Right, so the power need is still pretty high. We haven't got on that second power or coal power plant completed yet, though, so I suppose that makes sense. Oh, right, yeah, we started researching the heavy tank now. That makes sense. I was wondering what did we start researching, because I know that... Oh, Canada and Israel have formed an alliance, alright. I know that there's a lot of troops in here. Are those tanks? I don't think those tanks are... Oh, yeah, those are Second World War era tanks, most of them. I do wonder, though, how much military do they have now? It's about 1 million still, so they haven't really increased the size too much. But my goodness, there's so many planes in here. We need to figure out some ships that are really good at shooting down planes, actually. Because that is something that we need. So, actually, I don't think we need to necessarily get more of those transports. Well, we can maybe get some, but I think it's going to be escort ship that will be able to do most of the damage on the planes. So let's have a look at the designs here. So that's got 24-kilometer range. It's got okay damage on the low flying planes. Let's actually have a look at the capital ships as well. So that's 70 at 27-kilometer range. So that's actually not bad. That's 60 at 15, so that's a bit lower range. Decent damage still. And that's 62 at 15. Right, so Sovietsky Soyuz class is the best one towards the planes of the capital ships that we have. Let's have a look at the escort ships. So this one's 15 at 7. And that's 35 at 24. So the Ognivoys are probably the best of the escorts there. And the patrol boats, I don't think any of them have... Well, they got a little bit of attack, but yeah, they're not particularly great. And the transports, I'm not going to even hesitate to guess. Right, well, those are some ways to do some damage on the enemy, I suppose. And there we go, we got the coal power plant completed. Did that increase the productions? It did increase it by a few thousand. About 4,000. So, but at the same time, demand for it has also increased by like 4,000. So overall, probably didn't have that much of an impact. Inflation is now 6%. I think we're just going to keep on producing the coal power plants like one at a time or something. How is the sinkage going? Wow, we destroyed almost 1,600 already. Yeah, if we look at the units lost, so France has almost lost 1,400. And Belgium has already lost more than I have. China apparently has lost some as well. But I don't think they've lost any recently. Okay, so we've got that stuff over there. Are we sinking anything over here? I think we are. Don't know if we're sinking anything at Suez. Probably not. Just gonna send in these ships over there. Actually, if we were to sink some of the ships over here, I know that the French have a lot in there. Libya does like us. I don't suppose... Let's just start selling them some more techs to get them slightly better liking us. And I suppose, how's our treaty integrity? 47.9. Okay, so we can probably get that a bit higher. Let's go ahead and sell some more techs to the Chinese. And the Indians. Is there, well, I suppose Ukraine is another one. They got plenty of cash. Hold on, I heard that firing. Question is, where did it happen? Oh, they are sending stuff through here still. Right, but that must be just other nations bringing their ships through there. It's not the French directly. I mean, I suppose if we could get a transport or two, or especially if we could get a sort of agreement to go through the Libyan, or sea transport through the Libyan seas, but that's not something that they'll take. Oh man, yeah, there's a lot of French stuff over here. We're not far off from them. I sense we have an escort coming towards us. Wait here for a moment. Because we might be running a little bit low on fuel already. Not really. We've got plenty. But I'm pretty sure that there is indeed some French escorts not that far off. But we are, well, we're in Crete and Libya right now, or Cyrenaica. There's sort of a nice little area to... If we had supplies in here, we could do some patrols, but I don't think we have the option right now. Okay, 48% treaty integrity, that's good. Have we got on another submarine done? No, not recently. At least not there. What about, have we got on any more ships here built? We got a patrol boat. I suppose we can send that in there and we can send in some of the submarines out. Because these are pretty good submarines. I don't know how many of the enemy ships we are going to have to deal with, but let's send them to Germany first. And then we can maybe have them go about, start setting up some, well, maybe we could camp over there, north of Denmark. Oh man, yeah, there's so many planes in here. That is going to be a problem, and Austria is still buying petroleum from us. Well, that's good news. Is any of these, I suppose Poland has a decent bit of cash. They could use maybe a missile defense. Right, we sold some rubber to Syria again. Let's have a look at the technologies. Tank Tech 44 for Romania seems like a good idea. If they could provide us a bit of... Well, I mean, they're not going to be providing tanks directly to us, but for our faction, you know, get the... Okay, yeah, that at least succeeded, but the missile defense is not so much. But I suppose once we can get over 50% treaty integrity again, we might be able to get some of those deals going. And maybe strengthen the ties between us and all the factions, all the nations in our faction. And then slowly but surely maybe start making some progress on bringing in other nations into the faction. It's just the... For diplomacy stuff, you need to have good reputation, basically. We don't really have that quite yet. We're slowly working on it, but it is very slow progress. I wonder... No, Gibraltar probably doesn't give military access. Or sea transit, no. Spanish Morocco is not well, I mean, Spain in general isn't really looking favorably towards us. But yeah, if we could do a landing in Tunis, capture Tunis and Algeria, and then I suppose French Morocco as well. Then we could do some more conquering over here in the further south. Is this? Oh, that's French West Africa. Do they? Oh, right, it's still part of one nation in here. Right. That's a bloody big nation. But yeah, if we could sort of capture the French African holdings, maybe we could get some more resources from there. Not that we're necessarily that short on resources other than rubber. But yeah, we could get a little bit more, get some more people so we'd have larger domestic markets. At the same time as increasing the workforce available. Okay, so we still got 50,000 deficit in the power production, even though the production has increased, but at the same time the demand for it has increased side by side. It's a bit of a shame. How's the unemployment now? 4%. Okay, so we can definitely start increasing the coal power production even further. We'll try to have two over here at the same time being produced. should be doing or going fairly quickly. And once we can get it to like, I don't know, at least 450,000 electric power, we could maybe increase... Oh, Czechoslovakia is offering industrial goods with a pretty good price. Not a massive amount of them, but it's better than nothing. I shall take them. And there we go. Have they started getting... no, they haven't gotten any of the promotions yet. Got our ships over here, which haven't really spotted anything recently. I could always just go... Well, I still need to get that sea transit right through Libya. I think that's the biggest problem right now. If we had that, we could just have our submarines move through here, go out and sink a few French ships here, and then move back. Oh, and Iran is offering industrial goods. I mean, I suppose I'll take it. Losing a fair bit of money, though. So we've got a few options. We could start reducing the upkeep of things. I mean, since we are a communist country, well, that wouldn't necessarily be all that much an impact. Infrastructure rating is still pretty high. Healthcare rating is also pretty good. I don't necessarily want to drop that too much, because we definitely need that population growth, which... Oh, wow. 2.1 million minus 660,000. There's 1.5 million increase, roughly, per year right now. If we can make that even faster, that'd be really nice. So now we're buying industrial goods from pretty much everywhere, but does that increase the treaty integrity? Probably not that much. I mean, slowly, gently. I'm just buying it from everywhere. Okay. How much are we spending on... Oh yeah, we do have a bit of a deficit, don't we? How many industrial goods factories do we have? 19, and it's only 5,000. Okay. So, yeah, we need to increase that production quite a bit, don't we? How much do we have stuff over here? We got quite a bit. Let's go ahead and take these. Make sure that it's only the land units that are moving. If there was anything else. Start bringing the troops here. We got a group of infantry. I suppose we'll send it into the port already. We'll get some tanks. Pretty sure that we got another 3 somewhere. At least that one, and this one. But that'll be 7 tanks, so that's got to be 1 full group of tanks. World market approval rating is still kind of rubbish. How much is it right now? At least the subsidiary rate we can quite easily check. It's 11%. They are still disapproving. Just barely. Well, it's probably more than just barely, but yeah, it's slowly getting better at least. Argentina is indifferent. They got pretty good subsidiary rate. Oh, I could have seen the numbers over there. Right. Yeah, I can also see the stuff over here now. So, 1,600 kills. I never really realized that that is actually in there, but yeah, that makes sense. The average person in our nation isn't particularly rich, though, but... well, what do you expect? It's the Soviet Union. Still losing quite a bit of cash, but I suppose... Let's do some more tech trades in here. Not really the best tech to sell there, but oh well. They did buy it. Let's go ahead and try to sell some more tech knowledge or transportation. That would actually be pretty decent. Let's have a look at Colombia. You got some cash. Improved automotive components seems like a good idea for you. And then Venezuela, oh, you got a lot of cash as well. We'll sell the components to you as well. So that way we can get well over 10 billion again in no time. Oh, and how is Paraguay doing? They're not particularly strong. Do they need something in particular, especially in terms of raw resources? Metal ore is something that they could use. We'll sell them a little bit. For a decent price. It sounds like the submarines are busy again. Did we bring in the... Oh yeah, we did bring in the whiskies over here. Send them to the northern side of the Denmark. Oh, and Afghanistan is still offering a lot of industrial goods. I mean, I suppose that's fine. How's the electricity? It's still... Oh, now it's only 40,000 deficit. Alright. We made some improvements. Go ahead and get another one of these underway. So once this is full, we might actually have some extra production of power again. Which, in all fairness, I have a feeling that selling powerful nations, especially the nations that don't have power production of their own, would be a really easy way to make them like you, because that is, like, if you don't have power, you don't have anything else either, basically. Well, we've got another 2 techs that are not far off, like 2 weeks away. Well, one of them is going to be slightly less, but still, that's kind of the scale. How is the... Okay, so the military goods, we're selling a little bit, but it's just the price isn't all that great. Although, actually, we're making a slight profit there. We can drop the price a little bit, we can get a lot of money from selling these. Yeah, there we go. That gave us a lot of cash. Well, a decent bit of cash, and we've still got unemployment at 4%. Industrial goods... Okay, Iran is still selling some industrial goods for us. So that's good. I mean, that is actually... I don't know if that has an impact on the treaty integrity, if it's other nations offering to us, but I suppose it does. Slowly. And approval rating is 21%, so even though we've lowered the education and all that, it didn't have that big of an impact on the approval rating, especially since we lowered a little bit of the taxes. Well, I suspect, if we reduce the... Well, unemployment tax isn't all that massive. These are all 3%, which is fairly low overall. Small businesses, we could maybe reduce that a tiny bit. At the same time, I'm not entirely sure if that's something that we need to be worrying about. I think it's more about keeping the social spending in check. Family subsidies. Now, to be fair, that one's... I believe that is going to increase the birth rate a little bit. But we don't want to keep or put too much money in there. Just because otherwise it's going to have an impact on the unemployment and all that. But it would appear that we are actually out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.